With that, the wait is finally over. It is Super Bowl Sunday. For the call, here's our veteran duo of so many Super Bowls, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, we have played 266 games in this NFL season. Only one remains, and it's the biggest of them all, as EA Sports is proud to present coverage of the Super Bowl. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
The long fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6". And right away, whistles and a flag down. And I believe we'll start the night with a 1st and 15.
Offense.
So that'll back them up 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. Had the nifty footwork, but only able to get it to his own 20. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Again, it's Howard. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward, Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. Oh, he slipped right by him. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback from Central Florida. It's Blake Bortles.
I don't care how many accolades you had in college. There's no such thing as a can't-miss quarterback. But Blake Bortles has shown in his time in the NFL that he's a guy that you can build a team around.
On 1st down, Bortles. Throw left side complete. It's Brady. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
They go to Elliott again. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. First down carry by Elliott. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing now is Bortles. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Tre'Davious White on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Marquise Lee, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
So 2nd and 10 here. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Howard. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Green 39!
They'll look to throw. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, still had to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Myles Garrett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So here's the kicker, Caleb Sturgis, on to try the field goal. This from 42 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Over the middle, complete. That's Brady. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Pass interference. Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Elliott. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Mullins. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So 1 quarter down here in the Super Bowl. 7-3 the score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Elliott running right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. Gets around him, and now running right through him. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
The Panthers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Bortles. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. A good effort there from distance, but he might have needed a little more help from the air conditioning behind him on that one.
It probably would have helped. This is awfully close to getting there. It was right on target, but it winds up being just a little bit short.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you've got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
Now a play fake here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harvey. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. It came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On first and goal, Howard. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Marquise Lee, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And again, it's Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit him over the top.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
But forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he fires one, but incomplete. is the Chargers punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Take it at the 37. Here comes Blake Bortles now to lead his offense back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again to Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. From the gun on third down, Bortles. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Bortles now on first down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
This is Howard on second down. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Chargers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They go with Howard again. Room here to run. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. On is the Chargers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again, Blake Bortles marches back onto the field with his offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. His throw incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Panthers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Bortles. A dump off to Elliott. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On first down, they run with Howard. And an alley to run. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. the shotgun. He'll look to throw. He leaves this one for Howard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Jordan Howard as time expires in the first half. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it, and it pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach on this one. Did he make this call on his own? Or maybe the analytics coach got involved. And a lot of times you talk about that all week before the game. Hey, if we're in certain situations, analytics actually says do it this way, which might be against the norm. And it paid off for them in a really nice way.
Cashing in and there on the final play of the first half.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Chargers are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Panthers didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. First and 10. Brady's found on the quick pass and catched it, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 23-yard line. Panthers now later on the drive. The pride of UCF, Blake Bortles connecting on a pass into coverage. And this play will go for 6. That takes the lead up to 7. Chargers with the ball early in the second. Lee's by himself here, and he ends up at the 24-yard line before he stopped on the play. Same drive, quick pass, and Marquise Lee comes up with the catch. And he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. They go ahead by a field goal. Now first and 10, Bortles under fire and will throw the pick. Mosley's reading the play and comes away with it, ending the drive. Chargers with the ball, waiting seconds of the half. Howard's the target here, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. As they move out in front, 10-7. And with that, it's time to head back to field level as we're just one half away from deciding a Super Bowl champion.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, here's Bortles. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third down and 12. Bortles now to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. C.J. Mosley. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion, give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
He'll drop to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. It fights him off. Muscles him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Montravius Adams able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break up the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nelson's got it here right side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll set up a throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Davante Adams, 32 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. 20, 10, and he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big run that time by Elliott, and even 70 yards. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. On play action, they'll throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Nelson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They'll set up to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, Every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Bortles now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brady. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So the offense has it first and 10. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
On the counter, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a third down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
The Panthers on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And that'll set them back 5. The Panthers on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Bortles. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On is the Chargers punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Play clock winding down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory, like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Throwing now is Bortles. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So they're operating in the red zone.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
The give is to Elliott. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Green 39.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Now Bortles, got to have this one. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On third down, this is Howard. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And the Bolts have done it. The Los Angeles Chargers are the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.